Hi guys, Beth here at Abby's Attics Creation, and thank you for turning back in. Today we are going to be actually going over how to laser engrave and trace out a knife blade. We are going to be using the vector pen tools for this today. I will do another video down the road on a different way to do that. This is the most accurate way to do it. Might not necessarily be the easiest way, but it is the most accurate way to do this. We'll be going over exactly how to trace it, how to bend the curves, how to knock things out. And we will be going over my settings for this knife in particular, which should work on a lot of different knives as well. We're in X-Tool Studio, and I have my vector pen tool, which you'll find over here on your shapes tool. I'm going to start at the top of this blade. I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to click about right here. I'm going to left click and then drag so I get that little bend. And then same thing coming down it to about right here for this particular blade. Now, I am not particularly good at doing this, so this is kind of really good practice for me as well. Now I am going to zoom in just so I can see these little bumps here. And then straight back up, and we will bend that out a little bit. It doesn't exactly have to be perfect. It just got to be like really close because we can go in and edit these anyways. So I am going to do that for this one down here. About right there. And then we need a circle for that right there, unless you did want that engraved as well. I do not. So I'm going to hold the shift and make the circle. That probably needs to be a smidge bigger. And then we can frame this to make sure it is going to fit just on the inside of the blade. You don't necessarily have to have it coming over, and especially onto this part here, even though I did trace that part. I'm just going to make it a smidge smaller anyhow. So I am going to frame that now. So as you can see, I did put paper down so it's easier to see, but you can see the outline going around the knife. It's just a little bit inside near the round bit, and then it kind of goes up and over. It's not hitting this uncoated part of the blade. So I should theoretically bring this in. I'm not going to for this particular knife though. It doesn't need to be perfect. This is just an example piece. And I don't want to be too finicky with it right now. So I am going to go back over to the computer and bring in a pattern. Okay, so this part actually didn't record, so I am just going to go over it real quick. So let's say you have your shape. We'll pretend this is the knife blade. We're going to set that to engrave. I brought in a pattern as well. And this probably isn't going to be the best pattern to use, but we will make it work for now for this example. Let's say you wanted to add initials like I did on this knife. And we'll just say those are the initials. I'm going to set those to engrave. I'm going to turn this around this way. I'm going to change the color so I can see what I'm doing. I am going to create an offset for this. It's my personal preference. You do not have to, but I feel it does look better. For this, I'm also going to change the color. And that did not work for me. I tell you, it's not easy being colorblind. So I'm going to set that to engrave. Now I'm going to select them both. And what Xtool has done in the latest update is you go to combine and you can click on all of these and it'll tell you exactly what it's going to do. So for this case, we want to subtract it. I'm now going to move this back in its place. And we are going to unite those. So now it's all one compounded vector. Now let's say this is the knife blade. I kind of really feel like I need to make it look like one because it's really the same kind of shape. So let's just pretend. And I know this doesn't really look like one, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, I did not save the screen recording. For the sake of my sanity. And only because it's not lining up right up here, I'm going to do this. And now those line up. And I am going to unite those so it looks like all one. And from there, you're going to do the same thing. So when you're doing this, what you want your cutout shape to be, that graphic needs to be up top. So we're going to select them all and we are going to subtract again. And now you would have that image as a vector. Again, I'm sorry that the original screen recording didn't record or save one of the two, but we'll make do and move on. So as you can see, I do have scratch paper down just in case. And I will start this engrave now. It is on infrared and it'll engrave the black off, and then everything that was highlighted in blue is going to engrave, everything that wasn't is not. And I think I am just going to run that one more time. And as you can see, we now have our blade that is totally engraved. And it did not hit this area down here. If you learned anything from this video or any other videos that I've published, please consider giving us a subscribe. I will list all my affiliate links down below, including for Xtool. I'll also post all my groups where we do have a brand new settings app that you can use to utilize all of my settings that work for me. And again, remember, these are just a starting point. They are not a definite for your machine because you have a totally different machine and a totally different environment.